Hello, welcome to your lower body workout, your assets class. If you have weights, it is super handy. Yes, you can do this without weights. But if you have something like anything in your house that weighs something and that won't try to jump out of your hands or slip out of your hands, then you can use that. So all lower body, we're going to do 7 exercises, 7 rounds, 7 reps. Okay, so we're going to do round number 1 with you, and then you have 6 more to do after we're done. You can just keep rewinding this and do it 6 more times, or you can write down everything I say with a pen and paper and just go through the exercises on your own. Okay, so we are going to do a curtsy pulse lunge. So if you have weights handy, awesome, they'll be by your sides. If not, you'll just have no weights, it's all good. For your curtsy lunge pulse, we're actually going to stay in the position, the curtsy lunge position, so you'll just step into it once. Think about when you come across, if you want, come across far, right, if it's accessible for you. You can have a little bit of a hip turnout, knee is going to be behind the heel, and just think it's not snugged up super tight to the heel, it can be a little bit away from the heel, right? You still want to make sure that when you come into the lunge, that your knee, it can come over your toes, but it's not driving over your toes super far, and your heel's lifting up, and everything's coming out of position, okay? So relax your shoulders down, you'll step into your position, we'll stay in this position, and then we're going to do a lunge, and then we're just going to pulse it. We're going to hold it down, and we're going to do 7 pulses. On one side, we will come out, we will shift, come down, and then when we come into it, do pulses on the other side. So go 7 and 7. You can keep the weights that you have, grab something different if you want. We're going to do single leg deadlift, Romanian style deadlift. So we can have 2 weights, you can have just one on the side that's not moving. It's completely up to you. First option is to have those toes just tucked beside you and not letting the leg come off the ground. Draw your shoulders down the back, nice flat back. This leg straight, soft knee. Think about soft knee. And you're going to hinge at the hips, pushing the hips back, and your chest is coming down, core is nice and tight, flat back, shoulders are pulled back. You're riding down the leg. So you don't want the weights to come away. You want to come right down that leg. You're going to come to about knee or shin, and then you're going to squeeze and push all the way up. If you're comfortable, you can lift the foot off the ground into your deadlift, but if you start to peel open or your ankle is all over the place, then don't do that. Okay, so try it like with this. Maybe experiment, lift a little bit off the ground, bring the toes back, off the ground, toes back, and just play around with it. So we'll go on the right side, and then we'll do the same thing, pushing the hips back, flat back, and big squeeze all the way up on the left side. Then we'll come down to the ground, we'll do a bridge hold with single leg lifts. You can have a weight on your hips or not, right, up to you. Heavy weight, light weight, and we're going to alternate our lifts. So you can come down to the ground, flat back, bring your heels in, open up just a tad, and we're going to tilt our pelvis towards us and squeeze our butt and drive up. We're not going to get super high. We want to drive our shoulders in, our pelvis is tilted towards us, our butt is squeezed nice and tight, and we're going to hold that position. We're going to push the foot into the ground, lift the other leg off, still squeezing the glutes, lift, squeezing the glutes, okay? Keeping everything nice and tight and holding up there, and then when we're done, we'll come down. You can keep the weight on your hips. You're going to readjust to have the soles of the feet together. You're going to make like a nice little diamond shape, okay? Weight on the hips or no, up to you. Laying back, you're going to do the exact same thing, except your feet are now in this diamond shape. So push the soles of the feet together, push the feet into the ground. You're going to squeeze your glutes, try to maintain the shape, and you're going to push the shoulders into the ground and lift up as high as you can, and then slowly lower. Push in, lift up, high as you can, and then slowly lower. If you have something you can elevate your feet on, please feel free. It's nice and it's fun to elevate them and do an elevated froggy pump. Up to you. And then we're going to come sumo squat, so probably something heavy. You're going to find your squat position, take an extra step out, turn your toes out a little bit. Weight could be hanging, weight could be at the chest. It's completely up to you, depending on what you have for a weight. You're going to send your hips back, and you're going to come down into that nice wide squat. My knees are sitting in the direction of my toes, and a nice big squeeze all the way up. Use inner thighs, glutes, core is nice and tight, chest is up. And there you go, that's it. So 7 reps of everything. We'll do it 1 round together. You guys are going to finish off the rest. So 7 reps, 7 rounds. Ooh. Okay, so if you have weights, if you want them, we're going to do that curtsy pulse. You can have 2 weights, single weight. Right side stays stable, left foot shifts across. We're going to come down into the position, and now we're going to pulse for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to bring yourself out, shifting the other foot across, coming down into the lunge. There you go, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming up. Single leg deadlifts. So single weight, double weights. Right side stays stable. Here we go. 7. Big push. 6. Pushing those hips back. Weight stay close to the body. 5. Big squeeze. 4. You guys got it. 3. Big press. 2. And last one. Nice. Readjusting for your opposite side. Draw those shoulders on the back, flat back. Here we go. 7. Big push into the ground. 6. 5. Breathing. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Drive those hips back. Big squeeze. Nice. Bridge hold with your lifts. 7 reps, not a lot. So, thinking about going heavy when our rep count comes down. You can always play around with it, especially if you have access to lots of weights. So, bring those heels in, feet a little bit open. You're going to tilt your pelvis, squeeze up, find that hold. Okay, here we go. Choosing a side. 1, 2. You're going to alternate. Keep your hips up. 3, 4, 5. Pressing the heels into the ground. 6, 7. And slowly lowering. You can keep this weight on your hips if you want. Adjusting, soles of the feet come together. Pressing into the ground. And we're going to do that froggy pump. So here we go. 7. Squeeze the glutes. Press up. 6. Pressing those feet together into the ground. 5. Pressing the shoulders into the ground. 4. Squeeze the butt. 3. Initiate that lift from the glutes. 2. And last one. Lift, lift, lift. And lower. Nice. You can pop that weight off. We're going to come up for our sumo. So, regular position. Big step, make it a little bit wider. Turn those toes out slightly. Draw the shoulders on the back. Here we go. 7. Hips come back. Big squeeze all the way up. 6. Core nice and tight. 5. Knees sending in the direction of the toes. 4. 3. Nice. 2. Squeezing all the way through. 1. And up. Okay. There it is. You're going to start at the top. Curtsy pulse. Right and left. Romanian deadlift. Single leg. Right and left. Bridge hold with the lifts. Froggy pump. Sumo squat. And you're done. Okay. Experiment. Heavier weights. 7 reps. 7 rounds.